I'm Eric.
I'm Christian. Welcome to the Bears and Access show. In this show, our idea behind the show is to portray the different words in this bear community.
Yes.
So different tastes and likes and people to show that it's not just a face. There's way more.
There's a person behind that.
Than that. So for this episode, think about that. We're going to talk about Disney.
Yes.
I know. So we're going to talk to Josh. He has a YouTube channel called
Joshgoes2Disney.
Yes, so we're going to talk about Disney, obviously, and a few other things.
So today is the day that I announced my 500 subscriber giveaway. It's a Toy Story 4 collector pack that has 5 figures in it. Bo Peep, Forky, Woody, Buzz Lightyear, and Rex. But I honestly don't know if I would ever use those. I think they would just get lost in all my junk and I wouldn't even remember I bought them. So use our heat to low and just beat this. You don't want to smell flour, that's basically it. And you want it to, basically just want it to be a ball of dough.
Hey Josh, how are you?
Hey.
Hi, how's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
Doing well.
Welcome to our show. So nice to have you here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So when your love to Disney started?
So I have been a Disney lover and Disney fan my whole entire life. We grew up with all of the VHSs of Disney. So like every Disney film that came out, we always had the VHSs all the way up until they made DVDs. And I think we still have them somewhere. So like we probably have like a fortune on our hands somewhere of all the VHSs. But I just started recently going to Disney World, like the Disney parks, in 2017. October 2017 is when I got my annual pass to Disney. We never went to Disney World or the Disney parks as kids. I can only remember one time going to the park, and I think I was like 10. So it wasn't until recently that I started going to the parks, but been a huge Disney fan my whole entire life.
How that happened? How that love happens? Like what attracts
What caused
you?
it?
I don't know if it was just it being forced on you as a kid. I feel like every child that watched any Disney movie fell in love with them instantly, just because it's kids and cartoons and characters and amazing songs and things like that. But I mean, as far as I can remember, I've liked every single movie that's come out. My opinion has changed a little bit as I become an adult of watching some of those movies. But I think as long as I can remember, I've just had a love for the animation and for the songs. I was a huge lover of the music for sure. My dad grew up singing. So my whole entire life, he's been a singer. So music has been a huge role in my life. So to have the music and it be so amazing and to memorize all the music was probably a huge part of it.
Ironically, I've been to Disney once in 1992.
And I've been to Disney. I've actually been to both Disneyland and Disney World.
So tell us about your channel.
Yeah.
Why did you start?
Why did you start it?
2019. My channel was started in June of 2019. A little under a year. So June 27th is my 1-year anniversary of my channel. So I'm coming up very close on my first year. But I have tons of friends in the YouTube community that are YouTubers, but also go to Disney, but they basically show their experiences of Disney through their YouTube channel. So as a Disney YouTuber, we do a lot of Disney vlogs where we go to the parks and we talk about all the rides and tips and things you can learn while you're there and things that you may not know as just a regular person who doesn't go as often as like me, who goes at least once a week to the parks. Was at a point where I was like, I really love coming here, but I want to show the world my Disney because everybody has their own version of Disney. So when you go, you may be a person who likes to meet characters more than you like riding rides. Whereas for me, I like just going around and just looking at the scenery and maybe hopping on a ride every once in a while if I'm in the mood. So I decided a year ago, after some push and some encouragement from a fellow YouTuber, who was like, "You need to start a channel," and I was like, "I'm so scared. I don't know if I want to do this," because like I'm okay vlogging at the house where there's no one around and no one's watching me. But like when it comes to the parks and you're around thousands of people that are staring at you when you have your phone or your camera up in the air, it's a different story.
Oh yeah.
So it's a little bit scarier. It's a little bit more nerve-wracking when you're in the parks. But it all started just because I really wanted to show family and friends what I do when I go to Disney, because they all wanted to know, but I had no way of showing them except through pictures. So I started a channel because of the just wanting to show everybody what I do when I'm there.
Speak about when you're there. What you like the most? What you like the least about Disney?
Or if there is anything you
There
like,
is
please.
something.
So the thing that I enjoy the most, and honestly it has nothing to do with anything inside Disney. Like I love the characters, I love rides, I love everything that has to do with Disney. But my thing that I enjoy about going to Disney and why I go so much is because it's my escape from reality. So when I'm working like crazy and I'm stressed out or just a little bit overwhelmed with regular life, Disney is a way that you can go, well, for me anyways, because I'm only 2 hours away, but it's a place that I can go on the weekends and get away. And just when you walk in the gates of, especially Magic Kingdom, you forget about anything that's happening at home. So anything that's happening back at home goes out the window whenever you're in the parks, because all you feel is just happiness and you're just overwhelmed with happiness. So for me, it's that for that reason. It's kind of like a little bit of a mini vacation every single week when I go. If I had to pick something in the parks, it would probably be characters. I personally love meeting characters. If there's something that I do not approve of or do not like about the parks, how crowded Disney World is compared to any other park. Because we're one of the biggest tourist areas Orlando is in, I think, the world. Everybody comes from all over the world to Disney World, so it's extra crowded in the parks. So if anything, it'd just be how crowded it is on a daily basis. But after a while, and going as many times as I have, you kind of just get used to it after a while, which has helped me in everyday life. Like when I'm at like Walmart or something and it's super crowded in Walmart, I'm just like, okay, I've been to worse. I've been to Disney World whenever you can't even walk. So Walmart lines don't bother me anymore.
When you go stay there the weekend or go back home, since you're not that far?
A good 85% of the time we go for the day. We just go down, we leave early in the morning, go down and then get back late at night, usually around like 10 or 11. We stay down there a couple times. If I'm ever off or my brother's off for the weekend, we go down together, and we'll stay in a cheap hotel off-site and just stay for like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then come home Sunday night. But that's probably the longest I've been, is like 3 days.
Now, as a Florida resident, there's a discount, correct?
There is. Well, it's not. We have a cheaper annual pass for being a Florida resident, but we're also allowed the monthly payments. So we have the ability to pay a down payment, which is like a quarter of your pass, and then the other 3/4 of the pass we pay monthly for a whole year, which is a contract, so you have to finish it, but you have the whole entire year to pay it off. And then it's also a little bit cheaper than anybody outside of the state.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I remember it's very tiring. I remember in 92, I was just 21 years old. It was so tiring to do things. Imagine now at this age and fat. I'll be dying there after all. Like,
especially in the heat.
That's true.
And Disney's really only form of shade or protection from the sun is if you go in a restaurant or you go in a store. They don't really have a whole lot of protection from the sun, and all of their pavements are black, and that attracts more sun. So it's definitely, all four are definitely hot, and a little bit unbearing from the sun, but you're at Disney, so you kind of forget about all that.
True.
And what's your favorite character? No basic question.
Favorite Disney actor or just like a favorite actor in general?
Both.
Well,
Super.
Disney character.
Yes, more Disney.
Well, my favorite Disney character, like in general, is Merida, who is from the movie Brave, which Pixar put out. She's also my favorite princess as well. But I really like the new Frozen movies. So Idina Menzel and Kristen Bell, those two combined with Josh Gad being in those movies as well. All three are really, really good. Frozen 2 movies are probably two of my favorite movies that Disney put out, which is a really common answer for everybody in this world. But I just like it because the music is really, really good. And like I said before, I'm a huge music fan. So if the music's not good, I usually probably won't like the movie.
What experience you had? What's the most memorable experience you had there? Also, the worst experience?
So the most memorable experience was probably last December. So like 8 months ago, whatever December was. It was I was able to go with my father to the Christmas party for the first time, which was every December and November. Disney puts on a very Merry Christmas party at Magic Kingdom, and I was able to participate in that for the first time in the first 3 years that I've been there. And it was like a perfect night. It was like in the 60s. It was really cool. It was a slight breeze, and they were serving hot cocoa and eggnog and different like sodas and cookies. And it was just like, like when you go somewhere and it's just like the perfect atmosphere, which makes the perfect night. Yeah. Regardless of what you're doing. I think it was just all of that combined made it my most favorite memory that I ever had at Disney. My least favorite? It's a little bit much. We were down with my family, me and my mom and my brother. We were going down. We went down late. I think it was like a Friday night. We went down super late. We got there just in time that me and my brother could leave and go to Epcot to watch the fireworks, which is something we wanted to do. We thought we knew we have enough time, so let's go watch the fireworks. We get in the car. We get like 3/4 of the way to Epcot, and the sky falls out. And we were prepared for how cold it was. Granted, it was like 40 degrees. But we got in the tram to go up to Epcot, and it was 40 degrees. It was thunderstorms. It was like 10-mile-an-hour winds. It was super cold. It was super wet. And we ended up staying and watching the fireworks, and we had like 3 layers plus our ponchos. And on the way to watch the fireworks, both of our ponchos ripped somehow. Oh, no. So our ponchos went out the window, and then all of a sudden we're just in our thick clothes covered in water and freezing. But the fireworks were pretty.
Was worth.
Yeah, was it worth it?
Yeah.
No. No. Not because we've seen the fireworks so many times. We were just like, I cannot believe we just did this. We're risking our health for some fireworks.
And speak of health, how do you think it's going to be from now on or for a while about Disney regarding the COVID, all the things that are going on? How do you think is going to work there?
It's going to be tough. With as much as they have removed, Disney World has removed right now, taking a lot of stuff away that are huge experiences for people, and a lot of things that people pay for that come from out of state. It's going to be a game changer for Disney for sure. As far as as of right now, they have removed fireworks. They've removed parades. They removed character meet and greets, reservations for dining. And then they have removed fast passes. So you can get fast passes for rides ahead of time. Well, they removed those all the way to the end of December. So those are like 5 huge, huge things and factors that go into play when people buy their passes. So the only thing available right now really is rides. And Disney's not known that much for its rides. They're not that huge when it comes to like roller coaster wise. So I think a lot of people are going to be staying home for a little bit I probably will as well. I probably won't be going as soon as it opens. I'll probably wait until at least September, August, September-ish, to give it a little bit more time to calm down. Plus, you have to wear masks in the park, and with Florida heat being as hot as it is and as humid as it is, a mask is not going to be that much fun.
No.
So,
and for me, it'll be horrible because I have asthma.
mm-hmm.
So wearing the mask with asthma is horrible. I can breathe and I wear glasses and it's foggy.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable. Even going around the corner of mask for me, it's kind of painful.
We have not really worn them here in our household. We don't really. We understand they're necessary. We understand people need to wear them, but we have not really worn them to like stores. We've just been very careful. We've been sanitizing and wearing gloves and things like that. Well, I've been wearing one to like practice to get ready for the parks, and I was in a store Thursday, and I took it off. Like I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna survive in this Disney park. I don't know how I'm gonna survive. It's hot. Your breath is in your mask the whole time, and it itches and it irritates your ears. So I just can't. I don't understand how I'm gonna what I'm gonna do when I get in like 90-degree weather.
Yeah, if you were the CEO, the new CEO of Disney, what would you change? What would you keep?
So one of the things that I'm very big on and things that I wish that Disney would change, and if I was CEO, there's something that I would put into action immediately, would be bringing more technology to the parks in regards to like animatronics and rides, and basically refurbishing rides as much as I could. There are a lot of rides that are old looking. They smell old. They look old. They're with the old times. So they're nostalgic, but I feel like they need to be a revamp. And a lot of animatronics are very then. So they're very old times. They're not with this technology, with the advancement technology that we have, and with some of the animatronics that they have put out, Disney has in the past like year or so. I don't think there's any reason why they could not have started working on refurbishing characters that are in rides and in shows. So that's the first thing that I would do. The thing that I would not touch would probably be at the same time rides. There's some rides that, even though they do look old and they are old, they don't need to be touched. So like there's a lot of talk that Small World is going to get a refurbishment, whereas yeah, it stinks in there and it smells like an old attic, but at the same time, that's history and that's nostalgic, and that's things that people that are, let's say, in their 50s, 60s, 70s, remember going to see it as a kid and it being the exact same, bring back a lot of memories, when that could change if you go in and repaint or change anything that has to do with the ride. So my thing I would change is rides, and things I wouldn't change is rides. So it's kind of a weird thing.
At least you're consistent.
And speaking of consistency,
so it's hard not to notice the collection behind you of pop-ups. When did you start your collection?
So I started collecting in 2017 when I first started going to Disney. I started collecting these. These are Funko Pops. I mainly collect Disney. About 98% of my things are Disney. I sold every single one that I owned in 2017, which was like close to 100. And then I just started collecting again back in 2019. So I missed them, and then I started doing YouTube, and I started buying some of them, and I was like, oh, great, here we go again. I'm addicted to them again. And I'm currently sitting, I think, at like 170-ish of them total. So they're all Disney. They're all little characters. Some of my favorite characters, some that I just picked up because they're really cute or really adorable. And then I have all my bigger ones behind me too that are the more expensive ones that are from parks and bigger characters.
which one you like the most?
Yeah, which is your favorite?
Probably this one. if I probably had to pick, it'd be this one. Oh, let me find my screen. This is the Disney Skyliner Funko Pop. This was released last year whenever the Skyliner transportation came back to Disney World. The Disney Skyliners are gondolas that go over the roads and over water that take you from point A to point B without having to be on roads. So they released a Funko Pop of it, and it has Mickey Mouse in it, and they call it Disney's Magic in the Air, because the gondolas for me are magic. They're so much fun to ride. But when I saw this at the parks, I had to get it, and it's probably one of my favorites because it's part of my favorite thing to do at Disney, which is the Skyliner. But that's a hard question. It's like being a child.
You can't prepare.
And now we have a question for our viewers.
Yes.
If you do collect something, what is it you collect?
Let us know.
Yeah.
Write a comment.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Before we go, so anything, invite our viewers to watch your channel. How can we invite them?
So I have Instagram and YouTube. Both are Josh Goes to Disney. So it's Josh Goes the number 2, not the word 2, and then Disney. And those are both my YouTube and my Instagram. There's no more Josh Goes to Disney's on YouTube. So if you just type that in the search bar, all one word, you can find me there. And then same with Instagram. And I put out videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, and it all is all Disney topic, all Disney subjects. Most of the time I have been trying, I've been adding some things into my videos because of COVID, so I haven't been able to go to Disney, so I'm basically finding things to do. Like trying Mexican candy for instance.
Yes, we saw that one.
It was disgusting. But yeah, that's my channel and my Instagram. Josh Goes to Disney.
As a fellow YouTuber creator, so if somebody want to start a channel, what do you suggest? How was for you to start it?
I try to tell people, like, I have a friend who just started one as well, and she was very concerned about what she should do. She started a Disney channel as well, so she's doing Disney topics. I think the first thing you should do is find a subject or a topic that you're very passionate about. Find something that you know that you can talk about for hours and make videos out of it. Be very consistent with your uploads. So if you can, pick a date. If you want to start out, when you're starting out fresh, and you want to do one video a week, pick a specific day of the week that you want to upload every single week. That way, if you do get to gain some viewers, then they will know exactly when your videos will upload, so they can come back and watch every single time you do. And just be passionate about it. Be happy and be excited for your videos. If you go into it really bored of the video or bored of the topic that you're talking about, people will know that and people will sense that. It's a little bit easier for me because I am doing Disney, and Disney is bubbly and magic and happy. So I can be loud and I can be happy and just be excited about the subject that I'm talking about. Whereas other things, just find your passion and just talk about it. People will eventually follow you, and they'll love what you do. But I think the number one thing is just consistency.
Wow, very good.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. It was nice talking to you. Hope you can make more videos. Hope sometime when you go Disney, you show us around, since you're a Disney guy.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank Josh for spending time with us. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, Josh.
So check his channel, YouTube channel, also his Instagram and everything. And speak of that, what kind of topics you like us to talk about, or do you think you're gonna talk to us on our episode?
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. Let's talk. And follow us here. Have our Instagram, YouTube.
Yes, please subscribe.
Facebook, everything in our FLUFFIES channel.
Yeah.
And
stay fluffy.
Why must we fight?